Hi, my name is Nicholas Matus, and this is my Week 7 discussion board. So, I'll be going over things that some people might not understand about bureaucracy and the judicial system. So, let's get into it. Here are my five things, my list of five, that tell the truth behind bureaucracy. And the first one being bureaucracies implement laws, not make them. And this is true because, or this is accurate because Congress does pass laws, uh, and the president signs them, but it's overall the bureaucratic agencies like the FDA that enforces it and carries out them. And those laws, through regulations and daily operations, get sent out and are mostly implemented. So they don't make them, but they do carry it out and implement it. So the second one being bureaucrats are career professionals, not politicians. This is true because about 90% of the federal government workers are service employees, not appointed by the president, or they're not even related to political parties. They stay in their own field, like regardless of what parties in the current position. And the third one being that bureaucracy includes agencies like the FBI and the EPA. This is true because these agencies are a big factor towards the executive branch, and with a specific mission or like a concept towards enforcing the law and even taxation. Um, Also, being related to environmental protection. So, yeah, bureaucracy includes agencies like the FBI and EPA. Fourth one, rules and procedures ensure fairness. This is true because bureaucracies follow regular operations and procedures to treat everyone as equally as they can instead of preventing or instead of abusing this power. And but overall it's meant to ensure fairness and keep the playing field pretty consistent. So with the fifth one, the US bureaucracy is decentralized. This is correct because the power is distributed across the agencies and even regions. So this helps prevent one agency from having too much control and causing a disbalance and overall causing some problems. So with that being said, those were my five. And then this is the truth behind the American judicial system. First one being that the Supreme Court only hears about 1% of cases it's asked to review. This is true because the Supreme Court gets thousands of petitions every year, and they hear about 60 to 80 cases. So it only takes around a small percentage, which is 1% of all requests. Number two, most legal cases are decided in state courts, not federal ones. This is also true because a lot of the legal cases in the U.S. are handled by state and local courts, not federal ones. So it's more of um, a central idea or a local idea that gets these cases out of the way. The third one, judges help shape public policy. This is right because through the interpretation of laws, especially in other courts, and judges can set a legal precedent that influences laws and even behavior. This is called judicial review, and and also a judicial precedent. So, fourth one, the Constitution doesn't require a specific number of Supreme Court justices. This is correct because the U.S. Constitution says not really much about the number of justices, but the Congress sets that number. I think it's been not, or yeah, it's nine, and that's been the rule since the 18,000s, but it could be changed in the future. And fifth one, courts often make decisions based on precedent, not just personal opinion. This is true because U.S. courts try to be fair and use a principle called stare decisis, meaning judges usually follow past rulings in similar cases unless there's a strong reason not to. So, with that definition, we can be able to understand why they make decisions and why they do it. My takeaway from this course, my first one being the Constitution is a living document meant to be interpreted over time, which is true because there's a lot you could take away from the Constitution, and I don't think everyone would really understand it in their lifetime to the fullest of its possibilities, but it's really how you interpret it. Interest groups like PACs influence policy more than I realized. This is true overgoing some of the assignments. And the federal system divides power not only between the branches but also between national and state governments. And then political socialization starts early. Family, school, media, and religion all influence beliefs. And lastly, the U.S. has lower voter turnout than many other democracies, especially among young people. These are my main takeaways because they all reflect towards our own decisions and our own local areas, how everybody has their own problems, own beliefs. So all these can really be twisted around into different scenarios, and I find that really interesting in a type of way of Sonder, how everybody goes along with their life and you just don't know anything about it. You just walk past them, but you don't really know what they're going on in life. But with that being said, thank you for listening to my Week 7 discussion board.